Hello, fam, faves, likes, and loves, and those souls I've yet to meet. This is Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, with your Tuesday morning pep talk. Now, this week's pep talk is particularly for those brothers and sisters and blessed souls out there who, maybe like myself and like many of my coaching clients, are ready to turn the page on sorrow, anguish, pain, resentment, stuckness of the past in their lives. There are many people, for a lot of different reasons, that are finding themselves, particularly in this here holiday season, as we approach those who observe Christmas coming up this week, who maybe have experienced so much loss, not just over the last year, but over the last years, and not just because of COVID, but because of all the variations of COVIDs that have manifested in our lives. And there are some of us that, as I have used the analogy, if you follow me, that have woken up and found ourselves in the graveyards of our life, that decided that, I'm tired of finding myself in graveyards. I'm tired of tarrying by the loss grave of whatever it is that I lost, the trauma that I experienced. I'm tired of tarrying here any longer. There are those of us who may have gotten caught in shadows of ourselves or others of the past that we are just done with, that we are ready to move beyond the shadows, that we are ready to put some light on our shadows in living. And so today's pep talk is for those of you, those brothers and sisters and those souls who have said, I am ready to turn the page. Yes, we are full in a world that is often full of sorrow and pain and anguish and disbelief of the lack of humanity, lack of interconnectedness, the lack of peace that manifests in the world, oftentimes at the very desire and will of others. And so for those of you that may be like me, who find yourself in that place where you're ready to turn the page and step into a brighter day, a new tomorrow, I say stop waiting. Stop waiting, stop waiting, stop waiting. Stop worrying about the fact that others around you aren't ready. That, yes, there is still things that bring sorrow. Yes, there are things that are still bringing pain. Yes, there are things that are still bringing confusion. What? You're still and we're still living. So as long as we are living, there will be living to live through. There will be work to be done. And so if you're like me and you find yourself in that place where you are ready to turn the page, it's not because you are ready to go back and pretend that we are not amongst the living and that there is not work to be done and that there is not more to trudge through and to make it through, that there are not storms that we will have to survive, that there are not fires that we will have to put out, but you recognize that it is in the forward living and the creation of new that any and all of that is possible for you. So, I say, step forward, step out, turn the page. Lock in on that which is positive around you. Lock in on that which you have held steady in the midst of the storms of your life. Because if you are here and you have held steady, that is something to celebrate. That is something to rejoice. For me, that is something to give divine glory to my Creator, my God, for. So if you're ready to turn the page, step forward and turn the page. Stop looking to the left, to the right. Definitely stop looking behind you. And step out and step forward. And don't worry that others don't get it. Don't worry that because you still see others that are succumb to their sorrow, their pain, that others that are still dealing with trauma and loss. Well, that is going to be the case, as it has always been the case. But let me give you another case in point. if you believe in forward possibility, if you believe, as my tagline says, that all things are possible, then you recognize and know that if you don't step out and step forward because now you recognize you are ready, then however could they? For we only make strides by somebody having made a way. And if you find yourself ready to step out and step forward and turn the page on sorrow, pain, loss, unbelief, to step out of the graveyard, to step out of the shadows of your life, then you are ready to make a way. And in your stepping forward, with your renewed mind, recognizing that yes, you have to trudge through the storms. Yes, we have to put out the fires. Yes, sometimes we have to be still and reduce our footprint, our assumptions and consumptions, so that we may continue to live and live out and live loud and live proud as we are in the wholeness of self. And in doing that, in us doing that, we make a way for those who are not ready today. For if we don't make a way, then how could they ever know that they could move up and out of the graveyard, that they could move up and out of the shadows of their life, that they could move up and out of the labels that had put on them from their past experiences or the experiences of those that have been part of their living? If they are not able to look forward, look around, look up, and see a pathway having been made for them. So, for those of you ready to turn the page on this sorrow, this grumph, this drumph, turn the page. Step out. Create a new sound. Begin to listen to a new tune. Shift off the old echoes and begin to create a new. And in that, we make all things possible. Not just for us, but for all those that seek to find their way. And in that, all things are possible and nothing is out of reach. I'm Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, and that has been your Tuesday morning pep talk. Go forth, step out anew, and make your way.